So we're going to be talking about those streamlining management features that we've created with SB Money Flow, so you guys can make sure that you stay on track with everything that we got here. And before we get rolling, let me see who is in the building. Who do we got? Yetta, I hope I'm saying that correctly, in ATL. I think this is your first time here. I don't remember seeing your name pop up, but I do appreciate you for being here. Elga, what's happening out in ATL back here? ATL, y'all be deep. Travis, come on, Travis. Is this Travis from Instagram? I am Travis. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Travis? I always appreciate seeing more Travises out here. Who else we got? We got C Nash in the building out in Baltimore. What's happening with you? We got Ships out in Houston, my second home. I love me some Houston. C Nash said I am a millionaire. We got Elga with the millionaire. We got Shirley out in Southern Cal. That's a millionaire. That's what I'm talking about right there. Miki, I hope I'm saying Miki. Miki out in Alabama. I hope I got that correct. Larry, my guy, out in I always say Southampton. Out in Hampton, Virginia. Appreciate you. My guy Robert out in Duval, out there in Florida. What's happening with you, Robert? Hey, man, if y'all want to get into the landscaping business, I can definitely vouch for my guy Robert. He makes it happen. Where do you find the Dollars to Cents podcast? It is on my YouTube channel. If you go to my YouTube channel, you should be able to see a segment for podcasting there, and you'll see the Dollars to Cents podcast. We got Joanne in the building, healthcare staffing. I got some people on my 30-day challenge that's in healthcare. We had quite a few people in healthcare on that 30-day challenge, so I appreciate you being here. Z in the building, another millionaire. Demita out in North Carolina. What's happening with you? This is the same Travis. That's what I'm talking about, Travis. I appreciate you coming over here to YouTube land and off of that Instagram. I appreciate you being here. All right. Now, let's get ready to dive into this lesson here. Now, I want to give a little disclaimer about products with the government. Sometimes it gets tricky. Now, what I mean by this is that let's take IT, for example, right? If it's a new project and they could literally create a new office. So let's take it back. If you guys looked at the White House created a new office for gun violence control or whatever they call it, right? Well, that new office needs new computers. They don't even have computers. Like, this is a new branch that it set up. So they need new furniture. They need new desk, new computers. They may use the same printers depending on where they're located at, but they may need new printers, right? So it's really just thinking outside of the box and understanding that. But where the issue lies is those products may not come in its own contract. Those products may be tied into one contract, and it could be a service-based contract, right? Like a help desk or something of that nature, because technically you can't have a computer and not have support. We often forget that the government don't do nothing. They don't own nothing. They don't do nothing. They require contractors to do everything. Well, I'd probably say like 90% of everything. They got a couple people on that side that do some stuff. But even the stuff that the government personnel does, the products that they do it with come from contractors. Okay? They cannot go to Apple. I want y'all to hear me. I made a post on my Instagram about this in the stories. That Washington, D.C. is giving out Apple AirTags to the residents because of car burglary. So they're trying to put these tags in so you could track it. The government cannot go to Apple and purchase those AirTags. They have to. I need you guys to understand what I'm telling you. They have to go through a contractor. And the reason why, guys, is the United States government, as much as everybody hates them when you talk about the government, which just drives me insane, like they run the economy. Like the amount of money that they spend every year is what controls the economy. So if they was to spend all of the money in Apple, which Apple already dominates the consumer market, Apple already dominates business to business market. If they allowed Apple to dominate the government market, it would be a monopoly and all small businesses would fail. You wouldn't have multi-million-dollar businesses right in your back door. It just couldn't happen. So since they understand this, they say, hey, we can't buy from Apple. We can't buy from Amazon. Instead, we got to come through a small business. Have you guys often heard that the economy is built off the back of small businesses? This is why. You know what I'm saying? This is how the economy is built off the back of small businesses, because you have all of these opportunities. If you would stop having so much hatred towards the government, I don't care about not one president that steps up there. They ain't impacting my life. Okay? But if I focus on how the government does business and not focus on the entertainment, the emotions that media puts off on the government that I have absolutely no control over, and pay attention to the things that I do have control over, well, the government got all types of programs for you. The government is trying their hardest. Oh, well, let me take that back. The government is trying, I don't want to say their hardest. The government is trying to help out small businesses. But you got to fill out the paperwork. You can't just do your own thing. This ain't business to business. This ain't business to consumer. You can't freestyle this thing. And the reason why is because they're spending hundreds of millions and billions of dollars on projects with our money, with your money, the tax-paying money. So they have to do their due diligence. They can't just throw money out there. Although they do throw the money out there. You got to fill out paperwork. And for those of you that don't want to fill out paperwork to better yourself, well, I can't argue that. You know what I'm saying? It baffles me that people say, man, it's like, I hate government contracting. But it provides so much money to me, I ain't never leaving it. So if I was to cry about the paperwork and all of the red tape that I got to get through to make me a millionaire, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense to me. So since we understand that the government has to spend this money, I don't want you guys to question whether, there's an opportunity for you